If you're trying to do SEO by writing blogs, you need to watch this video, because there's 100% chance your competitors are making this mistake. One place where they absolutely fail are the blog openings. And because of bad openings, they tend to not do so well in terms of SEO. And people who write good blogs, we tend to beat them fast. Now, most blogs open like this person here, like absolute corporate HR who's been swimming in buzzwords and AI slop. Don't do this. For example, don't open with in the dynamic, ever evolving world or industry on blah, 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 whatever it is. Or do not open with it's not about this, it's that. For example, if you're doing SEO, if you're writing blogs for a CRM tool, don't open with a line saying something like CRM is not only about pipelines, it's also about revenue management. Avoid corporate speak at all costs. No jargon or no buzzwords, nothing, nada. We are not doing a university lecture or something. Absolutely no jargon. Maybe people inside your company might like it, but if you look at readers, absolutely not. No jargon, please. Also, never attack your ICP. Do not say whatever they are doing is bad or it's wrong without giving a clear reason as to why. Because harsh openers, let's say openers that call out people without context, Google hates them and AI hates them too. Now, if you've been making these 4 mistakes, Google and AI absolutely hate your site. I know this is calling you out. I know this is me doing the same negative part again, but I'll tell you why. There are 2 things that are in play here. The first rate is bounce rate. Bounce rate is simple. It's simply anyone who comes to your site and just bounces off without reading. Let's say this is a person, so they are on their phone and they come to your blog, and if they do not read, if they see the headline and they maybe stay less than 3 seconds or 5 seconds, depending on how your attribution is, if they just leave, maybe they switch to another tab, or they close the tab, or they just throw their phone away or lock their phone or something, could be a PC also, it means they've bounced off. They've come to your site, they didn't read anything, and they bounced off. Now, if bounce rate increases, it is a signal to Google and the LLMs and all search engine crawlers that your content is not good, which means people will leave your site and Google will think your site is not good, and it will hurt your rankings, and over time it will hurt your domain authority also. Keep in mind, every single blog or every single site page you write, it will affect your domain authority. You may think that it's just a blog, but there are a lot of things in the backend. So you got to make sure that every blog you write is up to standards. If your blog's open in an interesting way, like what I've given some frameworks here, we'll get back to that part. If it was written in an interesting way, then people would stay and Google would like it, and AI would like it, obviously, which means your bounce rate would reduce and your rankings will increase, right? Second, we have natural language. Natural language is the way you and I speak. It's speaking like humans. Keep in mind, search engine crawlers also have some level of intelligence. They know what words mean, so you can't simply stuff keywords or say things without attaching context to them. If there is no natural language, crawlers, the Google bots, the spider bot kind of thingy, and 8 legs, right? Yeah. And the LLMs, the bots, they understand that this is slop. They know it. They have a fair idea that this is slop. And what they'll do is they'll think it's written for no one. So they'll think that this blog or this page is not to be shown to anyone. It's written for no one. It's randomly generated, which means both of these will affect your page authority, which in turn affects your domain authority, which means your traffic goes down. No, lesser leads goes down and pipeline goes down. It's a cascading effect, right? One thing you do not do, i.e. write good openings, leads to an effect where in the end your lead volume goes down, so you don't get enough leads. So what do you do now? One thing you should always do is always edit and polish AI generated openers. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, do not write with AI. It's 2026 when I'm recording this. I know that all of you who are watching this will be using AI somewhere to write. What you should always do is polish and edit, which means you want to read that and ask yourself, hey, does this sound like a real conversation? Does this sound like if I go and say this to someone sitting at a bar, if I go this and say this to my ideal client, will he like it or not? You want to go over that and you want to think for yourself. And another thing is to use a copywriting formula called problem, agitate, solve. So this is very simple. Let's say you say to the reader that, like, if you've been struggling with problem, it's because of reason, and because of that, you'll be going through some bad stuff. And here's the solution. For example, if people are not reading your blogs, they come and they bounce off. One of the reasons is because your blog openings are bad, and over time, that's going to cost you domain authority. It's going to lead to lower domain authority, which means your traffic goes down and you get fewer leads. If you want to solve that, write good openers and make sure you polish the openers and use a good copywriting structure. If you still want to use AI, here are two prompts that I like. It's working well for me. So you just feed your AI these two wherever you can in your prompt. Ask it to write an opening like this. If you've been struggling with a problem and you tried one, solution two, none of them worked because of reason, you should read this article. Or there's another prompt over here. I don't want to go more into the prompts because it's right over here. If you want these, let me know. Send me a DM. I'll share it to you. Anyway, to summarize, don't write like this corporate HR over here. Don't write like HR. Write in a way your ICP likes. Avoid AI slop, and make sure you use natural language, as in a way you and we are having a conversation. If you're using AI to write openers, polish and edit them, and use proven copywriting structures. Hope this video was helpful. And if you happen to run a business and you want to see how we can help you get more traffic, leads, and eventually sales, send me a DM and we'll see if we are a good match.